You go to dentist, $5,000.
Yeah. Every day when I come to work, I feel that I have my team motivate me. That every year we probably meet like 2,000 clients.
What do you guys actually do? And did I choose the wrong career path? What is the difference between working as an independent realtor versus working with a developer? Well, that's something I've been curious about for a very long time. Well, today we have Constance, who's been working with Conquer Pacific, which is one of the best developers in all of Canada for over 13 years.
Yes.
Okay.
I've been here since 2012.
2012, right.
Yeah, but I've been in pre-sale for a longer time.
Longer time. So today we're gonna find out, what do you guys actually do? And did I choose the wrong career path?
Working as for a developer like Conquer Pacific, seriously, one of the things that I really enjoyed is we are in a really, really big umbrella.
Okay.
They take care of everything, including the quality of the building, location of the developments, and also they look after the staff really, really well.
Okay.
I enjoy that people come and see me rather than me calling everyone and say, hey, do you want to see your house? We're client just come and see me, right? And also just the whole environment just works for me. We have a lot of events.
This event is fun. Well, I don't know what you're doing. You may be doing a lot. For me, I came in, it was really fun.
It is, yeah. So Conquer Pacific, one good thing about Conquer Pacific is we definitely want to have a good connection with Realtor, even the past purchasers. We always recommend, referral business. So having these fun events together, not only to build up the branding, but I certainly feel that it will connect the relationship, right? So, I mean, everyone wants referral business. How can you call everyone each day and say, hey, do you have any buyers for us, right? So it's better just coming through this kind of event.
Right.
So it's quite motivating. You're not alone.
Okay.
Versus some of the resale realtor, be honest, a lot of them complain that they are doing solo, even though they have like realtor friends that they can chat with, but sometimes it's hard to share.
Right.
Not like a team bonding environment,
Right.
what we're doing right now. So that's what I've been enjoying in my career, mainly in pre-sale. Because every day when I come to work, I feel that I have my team motivate me.
Okay.
Right over here, I think is also the security in both ways. Rather your job environment, that you feel really secure, not here doing showing by yourself. You don't have to do individual showing at night, right? So your family will feel much safe that you're going to be out by yourself. I think some developer, they are doing on contract basis. So once they have one project, once it's done, they kind of dismiss and then regroup again. The next time, it could be the next project can be a year, 2 years after. But here we're very stable.
Well, because there's so many projects,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so if you want to work with a developer, you have to work with a big developer.
The developer, definitely, you have to make sure that, you choose the right one.
Right. Because what's the point of working with a small, the largest benefit, I would say, stability. But if you're working with small developers, you're not getting that stability. You might as well work as an independent real estate agent.
Well, a lot of a smaller developer, financially, I don't think they can full and keep the full sales team for the in-house, right? So they can either go for a marketing company, and then once project is done, then they just kind of, dismiss. But for us, we always have projects that either in Burnaby, in Richmond, or even in Surrey, we always got a chance to get involved. So that's something that I really enjoy.
Right. Like
Yeah.
developers, how do they usually pay people? Probably some sort of base salary plus commission or bonuses, right?
I don't think we need to talk about the dollar value, but I would say that we do have the volume.
Right.
So I personally would say that every year we probably meet like 2,000 clients. And doing a lot of transactions, but the pay probably equivalent to what you're doing 1 or 2 deals a month. Right. So we are okay.
But people probably want to know, like, what's the cap? Like, let's say if I want to go in and work with a developer, what is the most what do you think is the most, if someone did like operated at the best ever, what do you think is like the cap someone could make?
It all depends what kind of project that you got each year.
Right.
So I don't know if we need to disclose it.
Okay. What benefits do you get? Because this is a company. You get insurance.
We have all these medical benefits, RSP contribution, medicals. So it's really good. Yeah.
Right.
Even good for your family or spouse if they're not working.
That's one huge problem with real estate agents is when they get older, nothing is covered. You go to dentist, $5,000.
Yeah. Well, that's why a lot of, especially on the pre-sale industry, definitely suitable to a lot of young profession, right? If they have families and the spouse, they're not working with a developer like Concord, everything is kind of taking
right.
care.
And do you need a real estate license to work with a developer?
Preferably, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But not required.
If you're junior position, we can let them be one of the sales team without the license. But all the senior one, they are actually been licensed in real estate board for over like 10 years.
Would you recommend for like newer real estate agents or new licensees to work with a developer first before doing it on their own?
Well, for me, I do encourage that everyone should have a resale industry background before they join the developer. That's my personal.
Why is that?
Mainly because as a developer, we always deal with realtors. And realtor's life, realtor practice, and your thought, your mentality, it is somewhere different than what we used to do in pre-sale.
Right.
So if we didn't understand your background, it's hard for us to help you, right? So I always encourage, like myself, I had 2 years of the resale background before I joined this industry here. So pre-sale, I've been doing over 20 years.
Right. So this is, you work with realtors more than you work with buyers directly.
Well, we do have half and half. Some some clients just walked in and they also wanted just to buy directly from developers. Pacific is one of the big ones that they chatted on.
Right.
So that, but also Realtor Group also captured a really big section as well.
Right. So what kind of people would you recommend should come work with developers instead of doing it themselves?
Well, it also depends your passion because we have long hours. It ties in a lot of the hours. So we have committed 9:30 to 5:30 in the office, 5 days a week.
But do you work overtime often?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Really?
We have to either stay in the office to finish all the reports or whatever the management requires to do with the needs. Phone calls, text message need to be responded in timely manner.
Yeah, that's a lot of the side that we don't see from outside perspectives. I would say one downside I'm imagining is, as someone who I've never worked a job before, I've always been my own businesses, it's probably going to be really hard to do things I don't want to do. And sometimes you just got to push through it, right?
Well, I mean, it all depends if you really like to be in the office environment, right? There is some kind of a policy, right? That you have to be here, no matter if you're busy or not.
Well, I think people will appreciate it a lot more if they do it independently first. Then they'll be like, oh, it's so comfortable here.
Yeah, that's what I also want them to make sure that they get a taste of the resale before they come into pre-sales.
All right, let's do a recap. So at the end of the day, who should do resale, who should be an independent agent, and who should work with a developer?
I think for those people who are top producer, have a lot of connections, they want to build up their own team, then definitely I would say that, especially guys, I do see that pre-sale may be too restricted for them because they're
guys?
Sometimes, yeah. Although we have a lot of guys in.
It's a very interesting correlation.
It is, yeah, sorry. But no, because guys always have a bigger, they're more ambitious.
Okay.
Right? They want to do great.
Right.
They want to be in the top, right? So all these team leaders in the market right now.
Also, usually women have a little bit better customer service too.
They do too.
Probably why you see a little bit that skew, right?
Yeah. But in the pre-sale industry, if you want stable income, not too aggressive, then I would say the pre-sale would be good.
Okay, awesome.
So, yeah.
Well, that's not for me. I'm going to go out by myself and make no money, but I'm going to do it with ego.
Well, but you know what? It's good that now you know Conquer Pacific, then you can bring all your clients to come and see us, and we'll take care of them for you.
Make me rich, please.
Yes.
Would you rather be an independent realtor with higher income but riskier work, or work with a developer with a lower but more stable income?